Welcome in to this episode of Let's Talk Local. And of course, today we are talking to, well, actually, I'm sitting next to Ken. See what I did there? Sorry, I shouldn't have. Ken, Kids in Need is the local chapter of this episode. And here's what we're talking about. And we've got Michelle Prickett here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
All of it.
It is one of those days already, right? You founded Kids in Need. For the listeners out there and people who are just tuning in, maybe catching that Let's Talk Local for the first time, what is Kids in Need?
Kids in Need is an organization that serves children with resources through foster, or children that are in foster care, or children that are in transition. We also serve children, vulnerable youth in the schools. The way that we get our referrals are through social workers and anybody that have their boots on the ground working with children.
Absolutely. And if you're familiar with some things like the Damn Yak Challenge every July in McHenry, they are a huge sponsor of KIN. And that's kind of become a real cool nationwide thing. People joining the Damn Yak, which is cool.
Yeah.
And of course, this week on November 3rd is the annual gala, right? And
the first one.
So the inaugural gala. And I am blessed to be able to be the MC of that. So it's going to be a blast. Thank you so much. We're excited, 216 excited to be part of it. Now, you and your family are very busy, right? And you saw the need for this maybe before you saw the need for this, because you were in the foster system as a young person.
That's right.
Yeah. And you took that experience, which I don't think it's awesome. I think it's awesome that you took the experience and have created this incredible nonprofit organization to help out just a bunch of families and a bunch of children who might otherwise get ignored or swept under the rug or something.
Right. Well, the whole purpose of Kids in Need of McHenry County is to make sure that families that are caring for youth are getting the resources they need to do a good job. Yeah. So, and also social workers that are serving the children. Yes, my experiences being in foster care had something to do with it. I think, if anything, I feel the need to make sure that children are served with dignity.
Yeah.
So that's my piece. The rest, the community does. So I know that children need resources, but the community gets behind that and make sure it happens.
Yep. Now, the gala is a big fundraiser. And what are we looking to raise the funds for?
We want to support our Second Bridge program, which is a distribution center. At the distribution center, it houses everything from shoes, socks, underwear, clothing, winter gear. We have a diaper service that we deliver diapers to families. So that's what happens at the distribution center. Yeah. And then when families can't come to us, we go to them and we deliver the items directly to their door.
Yeah. Now, you may not know this about me, but the diapers have a very, very close place in my heart. Back in 2009 or 2010, I was one of the original founders of the Northern Illinois Diaper Bank. So me and Father Swarthout were put that together. It was the St. Paul's Diaper Bank. So
We
I've got,
couldn't have done it without the Illinois Diaper Bank.
yeah,
Because I remember I called them once, and this is back before I even knew that we needed to deliver diapers. And I had a family call, and I believe the family had a decision to make. They either could buy diapers or food. And I said, you know what, let's see if we could figure this out. And I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. And thank goodness we found the diaper bank. And they said, no, we'll give them to you.
Yeah.
We'll give them to you. You deliver them. And we had this great partnership.
yeah, and they're still. I think it's changed hands. I don't know if it's still the Illinois. But they're doing great work, and it's the number one shoplifted item in America.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because a lot of young families and families without money will roll into a Walmart or whatever, and if their kid needs a diaper,
they scan one and take 5.
Yeah, right, or they'll just crack a case and go into the restroom, change the kid, and away they go.
I had no idea.
Yeah, so I think it's wonderful, and really the warehouse store, you called it the Second Bridge program, is, again, we're talking about dignity. So you're creating, your vision is to create a space where these families and kids can come in and shop with dignity.
Correct.
Without having to sit there and go,
right.
Throw a loose change on the counter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which is wonderful. And what a difference that makes to an individual, to a family, just in everyday life. Right?
That's right. Yeah, the Second Bridge program, it was actually founded by Alicia Webby. They make it a point to make it a place that is like family. So some of the people that come in, they, especially grandparents. We can't forget our grandparents who are raising their grandchildren at an incredible rate, especially in McHenry County. They come in because they've never had a need for. They were actually our donors before, or they were our volunteers, and now they're coming for help. And they come in and they're all timid about it, and then before they leave, they feel like they're a part of our family. Because that's what our volunteers do, is they make them feel really special while they're there, like they should feel. Right. They're doing a great thing, right?
Yeah, they're doing a really good thing. Yeah, I think that's amazing, and the concept is brilliant, right? But there ain't nothing in life free, so to speak, right?
Yeah, that's right.
and so you put together this this inaugural gala fundraiser, and I think it's scrolling across the bottom there. If you take a look right down here. Right. To help out Kin, you can go to kinmc.org and click the Get Your Ticket. You don't necessarily have to get a ticket. We'd love to see you there. Get your ticket. When you see that, then you can click View Auction Items. It'll take you to a different page, View Auction Items. And then you can just look at them and start bidding. If you want to share that up on screen, that's what it looks like there. And there's just some great look. Listen, if you're a kid of the 80s, late 70s, Kiss, this is how many tickets? There's
10 tickets with a private box at the Allstate Arena.
Wow. Listen to what I'm saying. This is Kiss, private box, 10 tickets.
Maybe their last concert. I don't know.
It could be, right? Unless they're like the Rolling Stones who never die, right? And it's amazing. And bids starting about $1,500. Now, that is worth a lot more than that.
Right.
But if you are a heavy metal person, a rock and roller, it's Kiss. You'll hear Beth, I'm sure. It's one of the best. I like that. Right. And right next to it, now you might recognize, scroll down just a little. Yeah, you might recognize those two. Joe Cicero and Tina Bree. You know them, you know their voices if you're from McHenry County. Joe and Tina in the morning, right? Listen. It's an experience. We can't call it a date, right? Kind of a date.
Kind of a date. They are going to take them out for dinner and to the Vixen, and shopping, I think, is included.
And these two huge hearts, first of all, but they are a riot. They are so fun. And trust me, if you want to get heard on local FM, you'll hear about it. All right. They may even have you on their show, but you'll definitely hear about it.
Yeah, they're fun.
Oh yeah. Then there's some wine tastings, lucky lotto raffle, which is out there. A night on the town. There's so much fun.
There's a lot to choose from.
Now listen, too, there's a ton to choose from. Great time to do this because the holidays are right around the corner.
Exactly.
You get some of your shopping. Listen, you want to be the winner at Thanksgiving, Drew? Kiss. Take your whole family. Boom.
Yeah. Well, not only that, let's just think about that for a minute. You're getting your Christmas shopping done and you're helping people at the same time.
Bingo.
How brilliant.
Huge. Right. And it's just there's just some really cool, and we'll show some more here in a little bit. But
the adventure package has your name all over it, Ken.
Yeah, but if you can't be at the dinner on Friday,
that's right,
and the event, you can still win the raffle.
Yeah,
you can right here online.
That's right.
When does it close?
Everything closes at 9:30 on Friday night.
9:30 p.m. Central Friday night.
So most of these are silent auctions.
Yep.
There's a couple that are the raffle items. So you have a chance. If there's a lot of opportunity here to
I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
Gail Sayers.
And we did pick the things. We did choose these items in keeping Christmas in mind. For sure.
Yeah. Stay at the Marriott. Come on.
Yeah.
Right. There's golf in there for next spring. I mean, just some great.
Got a Bulls basketball in there.
There's a Bulls autograph. You got a Gail Sayers helmet. There's just a lot of neat things that you can bid on. You've got somebody in your life who could use a little self-care. The photo's coming soon, right?
Yes, we all could use a little self-care
today. In today's world, right? Absolutely. Just join us. And again, if you look at the bottom, it's scrolling right across the bottom. It'll tell you exactly how to do it, but it's so fun and so needed. Trust me. My wife and I have already started talking about it. We're excited to be there. But it's going to be fun.
Yeah. Well, now that you're coming, for sure.
Well,
it'd be a really good time.
That's right. Ken Jones. No.
I was worried.
Broke that
but now
collar,
I'm
boy.
like, I'm not.
You can tell I'm a kid from the 80s. I
Right,
pop my collar.
got the collar
That was
up.
bad. I don't. What is?
Dean Winchester.
Yeah, I don't know. So now, Ken also has a visitation home,
Correct.
right?
Mhm.
Tell me a little bit about the visitation home and how that works.
Well, the visitation home, Ken provides the home, and Roan Solutions provides the therapeutic care. So what that means is there are children that are separated from their parents due to divorce or DCFS involvement, and they still need to see their parents. So instead of doing it traditionally, which would be out in the community at DCFS's office or at a restaurant, we decided that doing it in a home would be more organic and more loving. So while families are connecting, there's a coach there that is helping them through that process.
Yeah.
So it's kind of different and cool.
Yeah, and that's just off of downtown
In Crystal Lake on Crystal Lake Avenue.
Crystal Lake Avenue.
Mhm.
Cool old kind of turn of the century house. Beautiful
Mhm.
porch on it. So in the summer you can hang out,
Mhm.
which is nice. But again, you go back to where you've built a space where families can enjoy the time instead of more water. Do you need everything?
Right.
Or the sterile weird feel of I can't really be myself because
It's awkward,
DCFS
right.
is looking at me.
At this home, moms are bathing their babies, and that traditionally doesn't happen. Sometimes there are cases where moms have had 3 or 4 kids and never bathed a baby
Wow.
because they just weren't able to have that opportunity. And that's where the bonding takes place, or making a meal. We know that, right?
Right.
Most of our best memories are around a table. So at least I feel our little part in this, because Roan Solutions actually provides the therapy, but our little part is just kind of creating those memories that those children can take with them in no matter what happens.
Yeah. So let's just say McHenry County, and our audience is kind of worldwide, which is nice. Let's Talk Local is, local.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's why we named it Let's Talk Local. About how many kids are in the foster system Do you know? I don't even know if you know.
I nationally, I think it's about, the last time I checked, it was probably about 400,000.
Wow.
In Illinois, 22,000, I think, was
22,000.
one of the last times I checked.
So the size of the population of Woodstock, roughly, right? I mean, they're
Yeah.
about 25,000,
Yeah.
I think.
hmm
I think.
I think that's what I had checked last time.
Wow.
It's a lot of kids.
That's a lot of kids.
DCFS, I think they have a staff of what, 3,200,
Yeah.
and they're taking care of 22,000. So I personally, especially coming from the
It's a
system,
big load.
I don't believe it should be all on one
Right.
entity's shoulders. I think it should be on all of our shoulders. So I feel like kin kind of gives that, kin spreads it across all of our shoulders, and we
Yeah.
all have a responsibility to help these kids.
It takes a village.
It takes a
Right. It gives you
village.
the it takes a village. And also just to comment a little bit on the visitation center. Brilliant idea, by the way.
Yeah.
The feeling of this is how it should be.
Mhm.
It's kind of a training for both
Yeah.
of warm security and how to better have a better living.
Yeah.
This is not that there's a real normal out there, right?
Right.
Everybody's normal is different, but this gives you a sense of family. So you're able to go to a house and sit down without the interruptions, like you said, Kent, and between parent and child, supervised with a coach that kind of counsels for both
Mhm.
in a setting to where in the future that's what they can be. Right. So brilliant idea, by the way. I love that concept.
Yeah.
I don't know how many are really doing that. How many organizations really do that? This just could be the first I've ever heard of
In
it.
McHenry County.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So are you strictly McHenry County?
Right now.
Okay.
I mean, there's
There's enough.
I would love to see, my goal when we first started this was to have 3 homes. I think they're needed.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot. If you think about even friends that have been divorced, this is a great opportunity for that, to have a space for visitation to happen where parents aren't getting along too well, to kind of iron that out and then the child themselves can feel safe during
Mhm.
that time. And I think
Yep.
that's what's most important.
Yeah.
So
Hugely.
for the services that you provide here, if there was somebody out there listening to this in 216 land, right?
Mhm.
And they're like, you know what? I want to start one out here. How do they get a hold of you? If somebody wanted to start it in a different location, let's say Schaumburg, let's say,
they
all
can-
these different counties.
They can very easily get a hold of me at michelle@kinmc.org. That's my
Awesome.
email.
Awesome.
Very easy.
I would
And
love them to contact me, or even with their own ideas.
But Michelle's not spelled like Michelle.
It's not.
I mean, not the LLE, right?
It's MICH. Yes, it is. It's a
Yeah.
regular Michelle Mybell.
Okay.
You know, she didn't finish spelling it though.
MICH. Well, I was curious where
You gotta know what
how,
this
what
protection
your
was.
idea of it was, but it's MICHELLE
Okay.
at kinmc.org.
Well, my phone there's one out.
Well, that's
That's
what
what I
happens
know.
when you
Yeah,
Irish up
those
that
1L
coffee.
Michelle's.
Yeah.
It's funny because we have 2 volunteers that are awesome, that are main volunteers
Yeah.
at the distribution center, both Michelle's. We take
Well,
care of it.
listen, I would be I would get in trouble from Dawn Bremer if I didn't bring up Dawn Bremer.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
Dawn is, I think she's the president of the board
She
or
is.
chair or something,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
And she does a ton of stuff, Dawn Bremer.
Mhm.
And she's who's gotten me involved, with you. We were there for the ribbon cutting, played some music for you at the ribbon cutting at the house, the visitation house.
Mhm.
And, and I've been not as involved, but dabbling and doing
Mhm.
things, which is wonderful. But Dawn Bremer, it's a passion of hers as well. And again,
Yeah.
if you know Dawn and you want to know more about Ken, talk to her about it too, because she's fantastic.
Dawn is, I remember her coming to my house. I met her for the first time I can't remember how that all came about, but I said, hey, I've been doing this thing with Ken. And she's like, what? I am now doing that with you. And I'm like, I've never met a person that
I
was so
know.
bold. And
I
you know
know.
what? She took it and she ran with it.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, not too long ago, we did a back to school bash where we got out 600 backpacks to children. And I said, Dawn, can you work our dunk tank? And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, can you be in the dunk tank? And she's like, I will be in your dunk tank. And that's how she is. No matter what it is, if it's for a kid, she'll show up.
She will. She will.
Yeah.
And she, you know, and if you know her, then, you know, feel free to reach out to her too. She's going to be there. I was hoping a date with Dawn, but it's just Joe and Tina, because Alice, my wife, and I, you know, her and Dawn are great buddies. So it would have been a fun night. Weird, oddly, but still fun. I would have been yelled at by two people instead of
Careful
one.
what you wish for.
That's right. Now, as we prepare this week, and again, November 3rd is the inaugural, and it's being held where?
At the Crystal Lake Holiday Inn.
Yeah. And the idea is, if you're not doing anything right now, then on November 3rd, Friday, I mean, you're trick-or-treating, you know, this evening after you listen to this, and you're just going to be exhausted. So you might as well come and enjoy an incredible night, good food, great people there, and for a great cause. And if you again look at the bottom and you just say click, you know, click the ticket button, get your ticket, right? Boom, you can get in there.
Yeah, and not to mention we have an open bar the entire night. I was told that that's important.
Hello, open bar.
Open bar.
Open bar.
Open bar. Which is incredible. That, I mean, that in itself is a heck of a night. Now, as what's next, right? So we really want to get that second bridge program, and that's what we're really digging and diving for. You know, what's your big dream? What is your, once we get that, because we're going to get that. There's no doubt about it. We're going to have that store. We're going to get that second bridge program. What then?
I would just like to see it continue to grow. I would like to see a free store in multiple towns within McHenry County.
Yeah.
We need we have requests coming from Harvard. They really could use our help. They're part of McHenry County.
Yeah.
So we're using volunteers to get all the way out there. It would be really great to have another store in like Woodstock. So my dream would, and I'm thinking threes. I would like 3 stores and 3 houses.
Trifecta.
I mean, just little.
Now, I know what you're all thinking as well is, boy, this is the hard time, right? There are so many nonprofits that are pushing, and we've got thermometers going, and we've got drives, and we've got this, and we've got that. And they're all great. Listen, they're all great. I always say, if you take a look at it, when you're going to get involved with something, take a look and see how it's structured. See where the money's going. And this is going to the kids. This is not filling some mega millionaires tax write-off, right? This is staying local here, McHenry County. It's helping families, children,
and other organizations. So we support Options and Advocacy, CASA, the local school districts. So we've actually just started a phone app. So our social workers can put this app on their phones and put in a request right from their phones to make it easier on them. Our hope is that we also have a caregiver advocate that supports not only our social workers, but also our parents. Our hope is just to give that support. You know, a lot of times everybody knows where to go to get help, but it's so cool when you're in crisis to pick up the phone, put in a request, and then hear a kind voice on you.
Well, and that's why I love the quarterbacking it's hard. What I learned is it's hard. How do I want to say this? When your dignity isn't there, when you feel embarrassed, or when you are like, I don't know what they're going to think of me, it's hard to ask for what else, right? Where else? And you all have created a relationship where you can say, okay, you need this, well, you need this too.
Right.
And we've got the connection with this too.
We're in this together. the whole
the next
point
step.
is we're
Yeah.
in this together.
Yeah.
And I've been in your shoes. So, this is a temporary place, but we're going to be here with you until
Yeah.
you get through it. But there's another piece to this that's just as important as working directly with the families. There's a story that I like to tell about a social worker who was going to go see a foster youth in a residential center. And she called and she's like, I heard about Kin and I heard that you might be able to help us. And I said, well, we'll see. Our motto is to say yes whenever we can. And she's like, well, I'm going to see this youth and I'm worried because they don't have a lot of clothing and I really want to do that for them. Can you help me with that? And I said, sure. Where are you? And she was telling me about where the location was. And I said, are you by a Target? She's like, yeah. What do you mean? I don't have the money for that. And I said, no, you go to the website, go to Target, pick out the items you want for that child. I will buy them and then have them ready for you. As you drive by, you pick up those items and you bring them to the kid. We want that social worker to feel like a hero,
Right.
Mhm.
Because they're the ones that are seeing this and we want
Yeah.
them to feel great just as much as
That's
the
cool.
kid.
They're on the front line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
incredible.
fantastic.
Yeah. Again, if you go to KINMC, it's like McHenry County for MC, KINMC.org, and then press get your ticket button, and then view auction items right down here at the bottom, right down here, and then just start placing your bid.
Yep.
Right now, let's say that I can't get to the gala, but I win. How do I get my bottle of wine?
Your bottle of wine or your entire table of
Correct.
of
Gifts.
booze.
Yeah.
You could pick it up that evening if you
Okay.
wanted to arrange it, but you would just make arrangements with us to pick it up
There you
at a
go.
later date.
There you go.
It's easy.
You'll be you make your bids online. You'll be notified that you
And maybe we'll
won.
deliver it to you.
Maybe we'll deliver.
You never know.
Maybe
We have a delivery
21.6
van.
will help deliver, right? And we can just roll up with a microphone like they used to with the big check from Publishers Clearinghouse.
Here's all your booze.
Like, hey.
You said delivery. Let's talk about that real quick.
Okay.
Because that's something unique that you guys do as well. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, we do have one of those large white vans that needs a sign. If you know anybody that does signage,
Yep.
that would be great.
Got a guy.
Yep.
But we will fill that van full of school supplies, go visit a school, drop it off. Right now it's storing a lot of our winter coats because we don't have enough room at our distribution center. And then we'll deliver the coats right to the child's home, right to them.
That's awesome.
We have a lot of kids in need right now.
So you have a delivery system as
A delivery
well.
system.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if our van isn't picking, a lot of times our van will pick things up, but our volunteers are where it's at.
Right on.
We have a beautiful, beautiful network of people that just want to do something. And so they'll come to the distribution center, pick up stuff and deliver it for us all through the week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And yeah, I actually got a guy who I can probably get that van wrapped for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah. Good thing you're on.
Free
Leanne,
ice-
if you're listening.
free
Which
ice
I
cream.
know you are. Guess what? I just signed you up. But now the fun thing again about what you do, the joy, it has to be overwhelming to see the connections made, to see the
Yeah.
growth between the families, between the children,
Mhm.
to watch these children come in perhaps without any dignity, feeling a
Mhm.
little odd, to going, thank you, right?
It's healing.
yeah.
I walked around with a chip on my shoulder for a long time. I entered foster care when I was about 10 or 11 and I aged out, and I went through the homelessness and all the things that are still happening today. It's crazy. I'm 54 years old and the same the same things are happening today, the exact same things that were happening back then. So what's healing about it is I didn't know how many people were working behind the scenes to try to make me okay.
Yeah.
And because as a kid, you're just mad.
Sure.
I'm just looking around going, this isn't fair, or this isn't right. But I just seeing like you guys inviting me on, I'm like, oh my gosh, you care.
Yeah, we do.
Don't
Hey, we want you. We want
Mhm.
Ken to win. Hey, there's a new bumper sticker we can put on there.
Ken
Ken to win. But you're also a child of the '80s, so I'm with you. You know, Pretty in Pink.
I think we all are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. right?
Best time ever.
It was. It truly was. And now we're making differences. Now we're changing lives. And I want people to understand too. You're busy. You're a mom,
Mhm.
and you've got more than one. You've got a wedding coming up, right?
Yep.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Which is awesome.
My second grandchild is on the way.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. I'm still waiting for my
Mhm.
grandkid. I thought I was always too young, but now that my daughter's married, I'm like, all right, I guess I'm ready.
I can wait.
Yeah, you should. Another 10, 15 years.
I'm good.
You should be good. Now the fun thing is that besides juggling, I feel bad for moms because moms never get a day off, right? So you're running this incredible foundation, and you're a mom of kids and
Kids
and
and dogs too.
and dogs.
Yes.
And I watch your energy, and I'm truly baffled because I'm a man and I'm an idiot, but I'm truly baffled. Like, man, how do you do it? It is amazing because you not only are you helping all these kids, you're helping your kids, you're juggling everything. It's amazing. Michelle.
It's the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life.
Really?
These are the best years of my life. It's hard. I've been struggling this week, keeping it all together, and my team has been struggling. It's our first time doing a gala. But it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. I love being a mom, but it's so much better to help other people be parents too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Now, is this your first child getting married?
No, it's my second.
Second.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm an old mom.
Both daughters or with one?
Two daughters.
Two daughters.
Yeah, 8 children. So I'm going to have a lot of weddings, I'm sure.
A lot of weddings. I tell people now, I'm like, listen, forget about college, right? Save for their weddings. Because it ain't cheap anymore.
Or your therapy after you're done with your child. Go through the wedding
That's
process.
right. That's
It's
right.
rough. It's really rough.
Yeah. It
Those kids.
God bless you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea. My oldest daughter, she's 27, got married in August, and I was
My daughter's
asked
27 that's getting married.
So I was a wreck.
Yeah.
I was happy and sad, and happy and sad, and
Did you
happy
cry?
and sad. Oh yeah.
So
Don took
he was
pictures of me
he was
crying.
sweating
Yeah.
during the wedding.
It
And
was
had this
August, yeah.
rag, so he covered up the crying a lot with it.
Yeah. I take my
Like, wow, is it
glasses
hot? Oh,
That
You
is
know.
the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
sweetest thing.
Yeah.
he
I'll
was
show you
awesome.
when we get off the air. I'll show you, Don. You've seen the crying Michael Jordan meme. She caught me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like,
Bless your heart. That
Yeah.
is so sweet.
It was a great wedding.
It was
Really
fun.
was. Yeah.
Not as fun as this inaugural gala that Ken is having on Friday,
pop that
November
up there?
3rd. But yeah, if you could, let's show a few more of the items, if we could, Drew, up there. For the kids, what's that one for the kids? If we
Was it a venture package
right underneath the adventure
Oh.
package for the kids.
For the kids.
View details on that. Let's just take a look and see
All right.
see what that is. What's it say?
Firehouse Gym.
Oh, the Firehouse Gym.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
And is there something else that's in that?
It's a Wheeling Park District.
Okay.
But yeah, so the value is $415 on this.
Includes a birthday party.
It's a birthday party, right? At the Firehouse Gym in Johnsburg, plus 30-day passes for the Wheeling Aquatic
Wow.
Center. That's huge.
Wow.
I mean, you want to talk about a blast. And again, you want to have show up and be somebody cool for your grandson, your nephew, something like
Yep.
that. You want to be the cool uncle? Buy this one,
Mm.
Yeah.
right?
Get them
My-
fired up on cake
It's
and
literally
then take them swimming.
My
It's
kids love the Firehouse Gym. They're awesome.
it's literally a value of $415. Am I reading that right?
Yep.
Yep.
And it's the opening bid is $50. What a steal, right?
Mhm.
What a steal.
Actually, minimum bid is 20, but it looks like you're at 50. Is
Oh,
that
is
what
it?
it is?
Yeah.
I don't have my glasses.
Yeah.
on. Child of the 80s.
Something like that.
minimum bid increment. So you bid 50 and then you can go up
Oh,
to
there you go.
70.
I
Don't
got you.
do too many. Maybe.
No, I really don't.
Yeah. No, you're a scratch off guy. Can
Yeah.
you scratch tickets?
Oh, good.
No.
Then you could
Lucky.
do
That's
the
my
lucky. It's a wall of
Yeah.
instant tickets.
Yeah.
What
else do
ask
we
my
got?
wife to make sure I can buy those.
That's
I gotta get permission.
That's right, Rita. What else do we got? If you go back, there's for your sports fan, Singletary and Urlacher signed football. Then that was when the Bears had a football team. Two of the meanest, best linebackers outside of Butkus, God rest his soul. But autograph, that's worth something. Gail Sayers helmet, put me in for a $75 bid on that football. My son's a huge, not right now. Don't do that over the air. What do you
Want to give you your credit card information real quick?
Here's the CVV, whatever,
There
the
you go.
CVC number on it, right? Dinner and a theater. Where's that at?
Isn't it the
Dinner and a theater. Value of $3. There's a bid out there
Lincolnshire
already.
Marriott.
Lincolnshire Marriott, including an overnight stay for 2 with buffet breakfast at 3 Embers. Dinner at what is that? Wright's Brew
and Bistro.
and 2 tickets to a
Current theater. production.
theater
Yep.
production. It's valid for 12 months, so you don't have to try to squeeze this in
Right.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right. This is something. Listen, this is a great one right here for a little Valentine's Day.
Mhm.
You buy this now.
Oh
And
yeah.
you set up the Valentine.
You want to be the hero?
You want
This
to
is
be
what
the
you
hero
wanna do.
right
Yeah.
there, right?
Yep.
And it's going for a great cause. The value on that, babe, come on, that is, man. We've already got a bid of 350. I mean, you're just over half price on that. Come on,
You're doing good.
come on.
Yeah.
Right.
4 days left on that one.
Yeah, come on. Hey, the closes at 9:30 on the 3rd. 9:30 on the 3rd. This is very good treats. No tricks here.
That's right. All treats.
All treats.
What's fun and fancy?
Well, I don't know, but it does look fun and fancy. It includes a beautiful wrap gift card and jewelry from the Clutches Gallery.
Clothes gallery.
Oh, Clothes Gallery.
Yep.
I could read. Plus $150. What does it say?
Adelina gift card. in
Adelina
Chicago.
gift- Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's
That's decent.
get dressed up for a romantic.
Very
night.
romantic. Let me tell you, that is another one that we can
Oh,
push.
yeah.
Okay. Listen, you get this one for Christmas Eve that week. Beautiful. You do the other one for
I
Valentine's.
hope my husband's bid on some of these.
He
now that I
should.
think about- Yeah, he should be.
Well, now if you want to stack, this is a great stacking gift. Right?
It's a great
on top of the
stacking
other
gift.
one.
Oh, yeah.
Because right when you think you're done with the fun,
Boom.
you're boom, and then you're like ultra hero.
You're right there.
Yeah.
And it goes for a great cause.
Awesome cause.
Right. And the funds are going directly to kin. And we're looking at trying to get that second bridge program going with this. And there are still tickets available. Now,
Mhm.
the great thing is you can meet Michelle, which is wonderful. You can win a fantasy date with Joe and Tina. That's a big one. I think we should get up and auction them off right up there.
We should.
I think so.
I
think
think
that would
that
work.
should be a live auction one.
Yeah.
And you'll get to listen to me babble. I'm the MC, so it'll be fun. Now, again, this is not necessarily a black tie
Nope.
occasion.
We want it to be a date night
Yeah,
so that if you're going to come out, you're going to have a really good time coming out.
yeah.
Not it's not where we try to plan it. My director of Second Bridge program, we don't get out very often with our, because we all have a lot of kids. So if we're gonna go out, we want to have a good time.
All right. So everybody just hold there. Dawn Bremer, do you hear that? We want to have this as a date night. Now, she gave me heck because I said when I would go to these galas that was a date. I'd take Alice. She's like, that is not. That's networking, right?
Oh,
So, Dawn, do you hear that? Michelle said it. It's a date.
that's right.
There you go.
If you're gonna go out and get dressed up,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's at the Holiday Inn, correct?
Yes. The Holiday Inn Crystal Lake over on Three Oaks and 31 right there. I think it's 800 South Illinois Route 31 is the address, but I'm just going from memory.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, this is going to be a blast. You have to, if you're anyone who's anyone, you got to show up, right? There's going to be hors d'oeuvres,
Open bar.
open bar for the entire evening, and they're featuring magical drinks. I'm not sure what that means.
I added that part because I thought they.
Pretty sure
they're
after your
magical.
third one, they're all magic.
That's
Well, they're
right.
free, they're magical.
Hey, watch this one disappear.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, are there themed drinks at your daughter's wedding?
I don't think so.
So my
There should
daughter,
be.
my daughter,
There
and my
might
niece
be.
had themed drinks.
Yeah,
so-
I may not have been
Yeah, I don't
included
know.
on that.
I don't know. A plated dinner, live and silent auction items, live DJ, photo ops. Partake in the enchanted evening with surprises around every corner.
Really, I can't wait.
I like that.
There and it's
At
a
least it is a mystery.
yeah.
Yep.
The plated
Yeah.
dinner is a dual. I think it's filet mignon and chicken.
Hmm.
Yeah.
You
I
had me
mean,
at filet
just
mignon.
that.
Open bar.
Open bar. Yeah, you had me at open bar. Magical drinks. And a ticket to this is how much?
150.
150.
Mhm.
That is awesome. I mean, that is an incredible evening.
Now, listen, folks, you can go to a local grocery store and buy 4 items and spend that same amount of money, or you can actually spend that money for a great cause and have a great time.
Yeah.
So I suggest coming off the shelf a little bit, go out there, buy the
Yep.
ticket, put in for some auctions, do some good in the world. There's if you look
Bring your whole team.
if you look at the YouTube, a lot of stuff out there, there's like the world's on fire, Ken.
Yeah.
This is an opportunity to show what we're really about, helping others. And this is a great way to do it. And you can have fun doing it. Open bar.
This is a great
So-
way to deliver your
That's right.
daily dose of encouragement
100%.
right here
100%.
on Friday the 3rd. Now we'll be talking about it again Friday on a couple shows, but I mean, you're watching this today. It's just shortly after noon on Tuesday, and it's good stuff, right? Of course, a big shout out to the sponsors, Castle Chevy in McHenry, Allstate. You're in good hands. The Lake and Hills Rotary, they do a lot of stuff. Of course, our good friend over at the Bremer team, Keller Williams Success Realty, the great the Lemke
Lumpke family.
Lemke family
Mhm.
and the Tips family, and of course Porty Brown is in there as well. Kay Adams Photo, Kelsey always does a good job. Curran, Grounds Coffee Bar.
Yep.
Nice. We've got a show called The Grounds. We should talk to Grounds Coffee Bar.
Yeah. And they just opened up their new manufacturing plant here at Crystal
Yeah.
Lake.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Kanaka Minolta, what is that? The law group.
RWS? RSW?
Yeah,
Am I saying it wrong? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh, so-
sure.
This one right here.
And then what is it? Wakeman Law Group.
Wakeman. Yep.
Yeah. Wares and McKeever, great people, financial advisors.
You guys got a lot of sponsors.
Alice Peaky does a
Yeah.
nice job at the Brunch Cafe. Yeah, you name it. Chicago Title, Clothes Gallery, Fidelity, Arctic, Tom's Productions. We love Tom. Of course,
Tom's a great guy.
Tom has a show here
He sure
with
does.
us as well. Let me tell you something, brother. UBM, Windy City Lighting, the Antonio family,
Amato.
the Amato family. Sorry, again,
It's a distance for you.
again, open bar. Yeah.
We talked about the 80s, so
And the Moran and Sly, the Moranica team. Good stuff. All right. A ton of great sponsors. We thank them for their passion, everything that they're doing. We've got about 2 minutes. Anything left that you want to put out there?
Well, December 17th, we have a holiday party for vulnerable youth here in McHenry. We have about 150 kids coming, and the parents drop them off. So we need volunteers to help.
Last year, that was at the freshman
freshman campus,
campus
still
in,
is this
in
year.
McHenry.
So we
Okay.
provide a meal, we provide a dance party and time with Santa, and most importantly, they get brand new toys. and
Yeah.
fun things.
That's awesome.
So we do need still a sponsor for that and volunteers.
All right. And again, if you go to kinmc.org, you'll be able to find all of that information as well. But we're blessed on Let's Talk Local to have Michelle Prickett here from Ken. And your passion and your vision is amazing. And the huge inaugural gala coming up on November 3rd. Join us. Trust me, it's going to be a great evening. And it's going to be so much fun that you're not going to. This is a not miss in McHenry County.
Thank you so much for doing this for us.
Oh,
it means the world.
We love it.
Thank you.
We love it. Listen, for 21.6 the net, I can't thank you enough for getting caught in the net on Let's Talk Local. So hey, there's no need for long distance. Let's talk local.